Warning. It is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions, LLC, and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language.
Screw that girl that got in the way for the bull. You morons.
She's
like these,
so
like you
dumb.
just said, not to go past it, not to extend it, but these guys are flying. Like there's real injuries that happen when you get in the way for your selfie. You should be able to kick that person in the teeth for doing that.
Sure.
Give a
Dude,
crap
the
about
A's
baseball.
are going to Vegas, right? Like, come on.
No one gives a crap about sports
A's
in
are
California.
terrible.
Yeah. She's been robbed at gunpoint many times.
Before. So true.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder too, maybe she hadn't, right? But she had seen it on TV and she was like, you know, if this ever happened to me, I would just do this, right? Put her money where her mouth is. Now this guy's locked up. I kind of love it. Big fan.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Working Perspectives podcast. You can find us anywhere you find your podcast. Just search Working Perspectives and look for the mic. We call this one the Pop-In, which is quickly becoming the world's most trusted news source. I'm Liam Reese. As always, I'm joined by our ever-patient host, Matt Lavelle, social justice warrior, Steve Cabot, and our North Star, Bern Podcasy. Bern, how we doing, brother?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Happy to be back. Last week's episode turned out really great, and the retort, it was super good too, man. I think we're really hitting a little stride here on this transition.
Steve, tell us something good.
Listen, cuz I knew you was steering the helm behind the wheel, so I wore my Venom hat for Comics Perspective. Shout out Comics Perspective. Go check it out. He got the Venom hat on just for you, my man.
Love it. Matt, how we doing?
You know, just when I thought there was no topping last week's intro, Liam, you go ahead and just smack your stuff across my face. Great job. Super excited, man. Really happy to get this thing going.
Well, all right. Now that everybody's popped in, let's get this thing started.
Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working Perspectives.
All right. On this show, we're going to be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to fall under 3 different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. We're going to kick it right off with the first topic. Liam, we're going to go to you. What do you got for Stupid Is as Stupid Does?
We're going to the best state, the state that gives us all the news stories. We're going to Hollywood, Florida.
Yes.
A bank teller duped a bank robber into waiting in the lobby until police arrived. Last week, 77-year-old James Timothy Kelly walked into a PNC bank carrying a white mesh bag. James handed the teller a note that said, "Give me the money." The gangster teller calmly handed Kelly a withdrawal slip and tried to ignore him. James Kelly then started to force the issue. The clerk pretended to have computer problems, asked Kelly to have a seat, and she'd be right with him. Minutes later, the police showed up and took him away.
Wow. Love it. Hey, man. Florida being Florida, babe. Shout out.
And-
our sponsor.
And also a Florida true gangster. Like that lady, what a stand-up lady to keep her cool, not like act distressed and act like she's really having an issue. Shout out to that chick.
Yeah. She's been robbed at gunpoint many times.
Before. So true.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder too, maybe she hadn't, right? But she had seen it on TV and she was like, you know, if this ever happened to me, I would just do this, right? Put her money where her mouth is. Now this guy's locked up. I kind of love it. I'm a big fan of this.
I love it
right now. Yeah.
Dude, so how about the bull? Like every time you see like a bank robbery on like TV or movies, they're like, they got watches. They're like, time. You know, this lady just says, have a seat. We'll be with you in a minute. And James,
he's all no doubt.
Yeah, he's
no
like,
doubt.
all right, man. Thank you. You know?
He's like, all right, fine, but I'm gonna be late robbing the convenience store down the street. Let's hurry this thing up here. I got plans today.
And I'm also trying to meet my dealer who's waiting on me.
You're not wrong. She nailed it, man. She absolutely nailed it. That was so
Now,
good.
do you think this lady has not only been robbed before? You ever think she's been robbed by a man with an alligator? This is Florida. You never know. She's been around. She knew exactly what to do. There's probably, I would imagine in a Florida bank, there has to be like a list of scenarios, and they have to be fantastic, and then exactly what to do with it. Like, man runs in with another man's cut off arm with a gun attached to it. This is what we do. You're like, okay,
we have procedure for this. Yeah, we have a method for this. We have SOP.
Yeah, their training must be just out the. Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, yeah, it's Florida being Florida. I love this lady, really do. Was it armed? Was he armed? It said Liam, the robber.
I don't think so. That's why he's just handing her notes and
yeah. She's like, this idiot didn't come with no alligator, no gun, nothing. Yeah,
not even a boa constrictor, nothing.
He's still looking at 20 years though.
Dude,
unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
max 20 for the robbery.
Well, it's a federal, right? It's a federal offense to rob.
Yeah,
bank, right?
FBI's who questioned him afterwards and everything.
But hold on, you said max 20?
Yeah, max 20.
Yeah, he's getting 8 years. He'll be out in 4.
Yeah, but he's 77.
In a federal though.
Oh, he's 77. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Matt. Without a gun, this happens all the time. Yeah, they're cutting this man a deal. You're on death's doorstep already, so we'll just let you hang out in the waiting room for a little bit, and then we'll usher you out.
You might just want the hots in a cot and somebody to talk to. You know what I mean?
True.
Like at that point,
True.
This is the least serious bank robbery I've ever heard of in my life. Like, okay, sure, take a seat. We'll be right with you. Like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. You got it. Like, I don't think he wanted to rob the bank. I think he just wanted some pals. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
someone
he's
to
like
play cards
prison. Yeah, prison or the old folks' home. It's like the same thing. You know, he's like,
and listen, I don't mean to sound crazy. Maybe I am. If I was 77, I might take a swing at that. I mean, what's the worst that happens?
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. I might as well take a swing at this point.
Right. I wonder too if the lady, when she called the cops, she's like, "Hey, I don't know if this is a thing. This really old guy came in, said he's robbing us, and he's waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, you guys he's sitting down politely, reading the book."
She just hit the little Jimmy under the counter. She just hit the silent one under the counter and told him to sit down.
Yeah. But I could only imagine the dispatcher and maybe they get a hold of like Matt said, and she's like, no, he's calmly. I think he just took his dentures out and they're in a glass of water. And they're waiting for him, I guess.
He's flipping through a Reader's Digest. Seems to be really into it.
I think he's adjusting his diaper. I'm not sure what's happening, but
no, that was awesome. Really good stuff, Liam. Really good stuff. Let's keep it moving. Strong Sam, what do you got for Stupid Is and Stupid Does?
We're gonna go to a new spot. We're going Dearborn, Michigan, right? So 52-year-old Zaid Albador, this Einstein decides that he don't need no degree. I don't need no education to figure out how to work on your teeth. So what's he do? He sets up a dentist chop shop in his basement, right? So he might have friends. He knows a couple underprivileged, underfunded humans that might need to go somewhere else without health insurance that he could, maybe help you out with some stuff. He watched a couple YouTube videos. He knows what he's doing, right? Mm-hmm. So good old Zaid gets 21 of his patients was 28-year-old Ahmad Nasruddin, 28 years old. Nasruddin goes in there, needs a root canal. Now this guy's usual fee was $100. So he performed a root canal in his basement with no education whatsoever, threw down in school. And, obviously doesn't do a great job, right? So Ahmad leaves, goes home, and he's like, oh, my God, my face is killing me. I gotta go back. Like, I can't believe this, but I don't think he did a good job, right? So he slides back to the crib. Zaid's like, come through. He's like, it's all good. No problem. I'll come through. I'll get you some pain meds. I got perks on the reg. We got this set up, right? Well, old Ahmad walks in the house, and what happens? He gets a gun put to his head, and his brain's blown out because he doesn't want this guy to snitch on his $100 a patient. I don't even know how much money you would be making at $100 a pop. Anyway, blows his brains out because he doesn't want him to tell anybody. So then the neighbors were like, we had no idea what was going on. The guy kept to himself. We did see people coming in and out. We thought maybe he sold drugs or something, but really he's doing basement dental work. So eventually they find out that he blew this guy's brains out. And of course he has people that are looking for him. The cops show up. There's a guy dead in there, and the ghettoest chair in the basement that looks like the crappiest salon chair you've ever. It wasn't even a dentist chair. It was like a salon chair. And he just tilted the perm thing back so that you could like get into it. And so dental work at its finest.
I wonder if this dentist took Obamacare,
Ooh.
But dude,
it's a $100 copay.
You couldn't pay me enough money to get in that chair. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not.
Me neither. The dentist is bad enough.
Yeah,
agreed. And they're trained.
Also, like, you can go to dental schools and they will work on your teeth for super cheap.
Yeah.
Like, they really will. And at least they've had, even if it's their second day there, like, they've had more training. They understand, you know what I mean? Like, just go to the.
And the place is sanitary.
And we could all agree with this. I don't know if there's a worse pain in your life than tooth pain. You can grab my leg and twist my ACL into a million pieces.
Bro.
Just please, Lord, don't let me have tooth pain. Like, that is debilitating.
It's in your head, man. You can't get away from it.
Dude, it's the absolute. I had a root canal that I had done recently. Legit the worst pain ever. I was like, dude, Dr. Hartman was doing it. And he was like upset.
He's been doing it for 35 years. Yeah. You're going to a guy who knows what he's doing.
Yeah. And it was so dude, the most painful experience of my life. I was like, oh, yeah. So this guy absolutely, like, if this guy's doing $100 teeth cleanings with some fluoride and whatever, yeah, I get it. Right. Okay. But I still
root canals.
But yeah, fire up the drill.
Yeah. Surgery. No.
But can I just say, shout out for Michigan for getting on the board. Like, I feel like some of these states were, we're leaving them off. I need to get them all integrated to show that all of America has super speds in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Real good
Not
stuff.
just Florida.
Yeah. I mean, Florida's the most, but
it's the best.
Florida's the concentrate. You know how you used to get juice in the can where it was like so strong that you had to add 6 gallons of water to it? That's Florida. It's the can that comes with the concentrate. Everything else is just regular juice.
Yeah. No, real good stuff. So let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. We're going to go on to Incredibly Incredible. Liam, I'm going back to you. What do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
So when you were a kid running around, you'd be outside digging stuff up. You always hoped that you could find like something. It'd be really cool if you found like an arrowhead or something. Yeah. But a Louisville, Kentucky man uncovered buried treasure on his farm. Last month, a man found more than 700 rare gold coins from the Civil War era in a field that's not being identified. He found U.S. gold dollars, gold Liberty coins, a $2.5 coin, a $10 coin, $20 coins. This is all from like 1840 to 1863. All 700 coins were worth $2 million.
Wow. I don't need no T-Rex when I find them.
Yeah, so the collection, they're calling it the Great Kentucky Hoard. Yeah, the Great Kentucky Hoard. It's, so experts said people in the Civil War era used to like bury their money. Like when people say, buried in the backyard or buried in the walls or something, that's where I guess that came from. I think they did that in the Depression too. But anyway, the man wants to remain anonymous and everything. I just thought it was like how amazing would it be to find that stuff? Like all the times you've been digging stuff up, you're like hoping you'd find something. This guy found $2 million worth in rare gold coins.
Did he say what he was digging up?
A dead body. It was Tony Soprano.
Well, like
he's not saying
doing like work on his house
name
or something.
Is, where the field is,
what
he's looking for, because he's going back out there tomorrow with the metal detector. Like he doesn't want anybody to know about
exactly because he what I'm guessing is he owns probably a lot of land,
a portion of it. Yeah,
he knows the second somebody finds out who he is, where he lives or whatever, what property he owns, there's going to be people all over his place, like in the middle of the night trying to dig his yard up and stuff.
Yeah. Smart. No, smart to stay out of it, dude. Absolutely. But I would love to, like, that is, like, fascinating, though. I love that
$2.50 coin, a $2.5 coin, like a $2.50. That blows me away.
Absolutely. What do you got, Steve?
This is my issue. This used to piss me off. When I went to Canada, and they used to do this back in the day, thank God America smartened up and moved to dollar bills. Because if you ever had I I wear sweatpants everywhere, so maybe it's just a me thing. But you ever sat down with coins in your pocket and how they always fall out? Well, in Canada, when I went up to Canada, Trudeau, you're sissy. When I went to Canada, they a lot of their bills or a lot of their currencies in coin. So I would have I would put the transition money into the thing and I would get a thing of coins, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose these. Can you just give me some type of paper that I can fold and clip, or maybe put a rubber band around it, like a WAP? Can I do something like that? Yeah. Instead, I got 700 what I think look like quarters, and I don't know which each one is. So I used to go to the bar in Canada. I would just, because I don't speak French, we were way up in Treblanc. I would hold out my hand, and the hot chick behind the bar would just pick out whatever coins she thought were good. I was probably getting ripped off. I have no idea. I was wasted. Yeah. I don't like the coin thing. Thank God America got away from that.
Yeah, isn't England the UK still does coins, right?
I have no idea.
The euro is still it still does coins, but it's not as even 20 years ago, like Ireland, England, everybody had their own coins. Dollar coins are not a weird thing around the world.
Dude, I got a $50 coin. The girl was like, "This one, where's you?" I'm like, yeah. This one, good, keep. I'm like, it looks like a quarter to me. She's like, yeah, no, it's not a quarter. Keep that one. I'm like, I guess. I don't know what these are.
Yeah, I'm with you. So nice. All right. Good deal. Very good. Let's keep it moving then. All right, Steve, what do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
We're going, so good old Mexico, right? Another one of my favorites. Sure. But off the Baja Peninsula, right, in the city of Manzanillo, an Australian feller by the name of Timothy Lindsay Shaddock. Why is your middle name Lindsay as a man? Timothy Lindsay Shaddock and his dog jump on their catamaran, right? He's got a nice little catamaran. This guy is a very seasoned sailor. Been all over the place. This is all he does. He loves this stuff. He might as well be Kevin Costner in Waterworld, right? This guy loves this stuff. Said he likes being in the water more than anything else on this planet. They set off. He thinks he's going to sail from the Baja Peninsula to the Polynesian Islands. I don't know if a lot of people understand the geography through that, but you're going through the South Pacific, one of the deepest, most treacherous places you can be, right? Outside of the North Atlantic that has really wild weather. This is the deepest part. This has all the cool predators, right? Mm-hmm. So he decides he's going to do that right off the bat. What happens? They hit a storm, blows out everything in the boat. So now they're set adrift. He's basically on a little raft floating around the Pacific Ocean, the largest ocean in the world, where it's a needle in a haystack, right? So he's out there. My man's out there for almost 3 months, just under 3 months. And they finally, a Mexican tuna boat is cruising around and sees him. And it's like, what the heck is that? So they pull up, they tell a helicopter shows up, right? They send out a Coast Guard helicopter, sees them. The helicopter actually throws them a couple of bottles of water from the helicopter and then jets back to get somebody to come out and get him.
Yeah.
It's just not him, but it's also his dog, Bella, right? So poor him and Bella. Thank God this man's a seasoned vet. So what do you have with him? Always fishing equipment.
Nice.
So my man was living off of raw fish because I don't know. We're not cooking it, right? So him and the dog are living off raw fish and rainwater. He set up a bucket to catch water because obviously that's the first thing that always happens at sea when people get lost. They get so dehydrated. They want to drink the water, like, screw it, I'll drink the ocean. That has salt in it, even dehydrates you more. You're gone, right? So instead of making that mistake, very seasoned. Like I said, this is Kevin Costner in Waterworld. So he collects the water in a bucket, eats the raw fish. By the time they get to him, he's been out there 3 months. When I tell you the pictures of this man, he looks exactly like Tom Hanks from Castaway. The beard, the hair. This guy looks like he's been out there for there's still chunks of raw fish that he was eating alive with his bare teeth with the dog. And this dog too, this is the best part. This is why I love this story. I'm as big as they get with dogs. This dog was a stray that he found, right? And he tried to take this stray and give it to 3 different homes. Every time this dog would not leave his side and followed him back to the boat, right? So eventually he was like, I guess this is my dog. I didn't want a dog and I didn't want a feller with me, but this dog will not leave me alone. So this ride or die dog loved him so much. When they got him back to the mainland and they went to take him to the hospital because obviously he's starving to death. They need to get him pumped full of IVs, everything else. The dog wouldn't leave the boat or the shore until they saw him take that guy away because he knew that this guy was going to go. This dog loves the water as much as Waterworld man over here. Poor, I don't know why your last name or your middle name's Lindsay, but Timothy Lindsay, girl name. Timothy Lindsay, girl name. He, is him and his dog out there for God's world.
3
and
months.
He survived it.
Gosh.
3 months, a little under 3 months. It was like, I think they said it was 84 days or something.
Okay. If that's me, I'm rounding up to 3 months when I tell the story.
Yeah.
Dude, that's brutal. That's legit a nightmare. I'm surprised he didn't eat the damn dog. When
I saw this, the first thing I thought is, thank God it wasn't someone leaving from Polynesia trying to go to the Baja Peninsula. Because if it was a Polynesian in there, there's spit roasting that dog. That thing would be turning around.
Oh, no.
No hate, just saying.
Yo, imagine how good that water was that they dropped off to after 3 months. Imagine how good, like, how thirst quenching that was. On, like, the hottest day of work of your life, it probably wasn't even, like, fraction of a percent as good as that tasted.
Not close.
To that, man.
Wow.
Me and Matt can attribute this at a 1/100th of the perspective of that. See what I did with that, Matt? Perspective. 1/100th of the perspective. When you sucked weight for like a week, 2 weeks straight, and you're literally right before a weigh-in, depriving yourself of anything, that first hit you take of any liquid is so amazing. You don't even know how to. I can't imagine his after being that long. And you're dried out by the sun. Jesus. No shade, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go, just cooking. And he did say for a lot of the time to help him relieve his mind, he would constantly do small little details and try to do everything to keep him busy. And a lot of the time he would spend in the water with the dog. So this dog apparently is part, I don't know, dolphin, but he would jump in the water with him and they would just swim around in the middle of the Pacific, which I don't know if people have ever been to the West Coast. The Pacific is cold as shit. That ocean is not the Atlantic in the summer. That bad boy, it could be mid-August. It's 51 degrees in the Pacific.
Damn.
Wild.
That's nuts.
What do you expect from an Australian, man?
Right. I mean, unbelievable. I'm just blown away that he was able to survive that long and actually make it back. But
got found. Yeah. You know how hard what the odds are being found in the largest ocean in the world?
Oh, dude. Also, why? Like, I'd be afraid to get off the boat because maybe it would drift away. Like, he must have
100%.
Yeah. Like, or the dog. Like, dude, what if the dog jumps off? And like he's drifting away, and the dog can't get back. Like, or like a shark comes or something. Like, come on, like,
or it sees a jellyfish and starts chasing after it or something.
Like, squirrel.
Then I'm immediately going Titanic, and I'm just jumping in the water after I see the dog go away. My only friend that I'm pretty sure I'm going to die with. I'm just taking big gulps of water and slowly going to the bottom.
All right,
but I mean, that's the crazy thing. Too, this guy survived floating in the ocean. He also was splitting his rations with a dog. Like, what a dude!
Shout out! What a legend! What a legend! Yeah. Man's best friend. Say less.
Yeah. I'm sure he saved a jar of peanut butter for those lonely nights, though.
Oh.
Yeah. So
after all that, he shouldn't need the peanut butter.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
Be a little grateful.
If he was the fish winner, And
I don't think that dog's licking. That dog's eating. That thing's hungry as hell.
Yeah.
That's true.
Might be dangerous.
Stay away from there.
Nice. All right, let's keep it moving then. Really good. We're going to keep it going. We're going to get to sports and speds. Steve, I'm coming back to you. What do you got for sports and speds?
I don't got a lot. Mine's there's a rumor out there, and this is I'm hoping that it comes true. So the good old Angels out there in California happen to have the most dynamic player maybe the world's ever seen in Otani, right? He's leading the league in home runs by far. He's also pitching lights out. He's the bull, right? Otani is Ichiro on steroids. The steroids,
Babe
right?
Ruth.
Babe Ruth on steroids. Babe Ruth didn't. He played against white guys, not Dominicans throwing you dirty pitches, right?
Yeah, right.
Dirty pitches.
I'm not arguing. Yeah.
I agreed, right? That's all my only hate on Babe Ruth. He played with all white guys. This guy is playing against the best Dominicans. And he's up for contract. Their team with Mike Trout and Otani is absolute doo-doo. And the big rumor going around is a person that has a lot of trade young people and some money to slide it in is your hometown Philadelphia Phillies. I pray that these Speds, first off, I don't know how you can't make the playoffs with Mike Trout and Otani. You have the two best players in baseball. And we can't, I'm pretty sure us four could fill in the rest.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? How are they that bad. And
They're not.
Trout
They're
is-
not missing
Trout-
the playoffs by a game and a half. Like they haven't been
not even
close,
close.
in 7 years. Yeah,
dude.
And I mean, what
Didn't
is
they
going
bring
on over there?
Pujols?
But please
They
keep
brought
doing that.
Pujols in too for a while, and he didn't do it. Make a dent. You know?
Unbelievable that you can have the 1 and 2 like hands down players in all of
Yeah.
baseball,
Yeah.
and you guys are doo-doo, big time doo-doo. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they keep this
How
way, and
how-
I hope that the only thing I hope is that the Yankees don't slide in with their big bankroll and scoop up Otani. But the rumor is Otani is one of the big suitors would be the Philadelphia Phillies. The big thing is his contract is up at this year. They're not going to retain him. They know this, right? So if they were smart, which they're not, because obviously they have those great players who can't win, but they would trade him right now before his contract hits, because he's not staying in Anaheim. He's not going to be an Angel. I'll tell you that right now. So before we lose the greatest player maybe baseball's ever seen, might as well try to get something back for it. Some young players, you know?
Yeah. Go ahead, Bern.
those teams, they've been weirdly open about being like, yeah, we might trade him. Because whoever gets him is it's a rental, you're getting him for the rest of the season, and then he goes into unrestricted free agency. So the Angels have actually, been floating like, oh yeah, we might trade him for like 4 prospects, and then
they know he's not staying,
and throw everything we have to try to sign him back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no.
Just like,
they don't have anything to throw to him now.
Well, that's
they don't have the market. No one in California gives not even the Dodgers give a crap.
Dude, the
about
A's
baseball.
are going to Vegas. Right? Like, come on.
No one gives a crap about sports
A's
in California.
Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
dude,
he's gonna go to the majors. He's gonna go to the top 5 market for sure. Yeah. He's gonna end up in a big market.
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, how pissed would Trout be if Otani does come to
Goes
Philly?
To Philly?
Because Trout's that's all he's ever wanted was to play for the Phillies.
Shout out Millville. Which is not that close. It's like an hour away, but whatever.
Dude, Trout, I love that. I love though that Trout's a big supporter of like all like
every Birds game.
Yeah, he does supports the Sixers too. Like he's a big Philly guy. I love that.
I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's not paying for his tickets now, but he was a season ticket holder at the Eagles. Like
yeah.
In the dope box in like the end zone too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even before he was, when he was first year in the majors, like he got season tickets to the Birds. Now they realize who he is. They bump him up, they hook it up. But he would have been there either way.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper does the same thing, which is cool. Yeah. I like that.
But he sits with Laurie because he's bigwig, Hollywood star. Trout's a man of the people. He's drinking beers down in like the box on the field.
I'll tell you what, Travis Kelce, he'll drink beer with the fans too when he comes, which is cool. You know what I mean?
The man.
Yeah.
The man.
Big fan of dude. Shout out New Heights. I love that show. Jason Kelce's the best too.
Such a good family.
Yeah.
Maddie, did you hear they had Barkley? Did you hear the New Heights episode where they had Barkley on?
Saquon Barkley?
No, Charles Barkley.
Oh no.
It was a couple weeks ago, and they made 2 references to the Penn Valley pub.
Really?
Kelce and Barkley. Dude. Yeah, they were like, all right, man, I'll owe you beer next time I see you at the pub down at Penn Valley. Like, yeah, so Penn Valley pub got 2 shout-outs on the New Heights because it was Kelce and Barkley who both, we met them both there.
Dude, I'll tell you, Jason Kelce legit wanted to kill me one night at the pub. So Jason Kelce would come in, and I'll tell you this, and I've said this before on the show, in person, Jason, on the field, he looks like he's got a beer gut. You know what I mean? In person, Jason Kelce's like a lean, just big shoulders, like just a big fucking hoss. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Oh, you mean on the most athletic position on the line?
Yeah.
But center's the most athletic of them.
But on TV, you wouldn't like it. It doesn't like the TV doesn't show his real his play
pounds.
shows it, but it doesn't make him look as athletic as he is. Like he's an athletic guy.
The freak.
Right? So he would come in and he would get like a salad and wings and things like that. And I remember like the first time I would dog on him, like, oh, bro, really? You're eating a salad? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you can eat a burger, But but one time, like, and I would always try and talk to him and stuff and like talk about the whatever. And he was in one time, and the way they have it is there's booths set up where he was in one booth and his back was to another booth, right? And I said this, like, I went to the booth behind him and, like, everyone always talks about the Eagles and stuff. You know how it is, right? And these people were talking about the Eagles, and I walked up to him while they were talking. I was like, yeah, what do you guys think of that Eagles offensive line? And legit, the dude that was like sitting back to back with Kelsey was like, oh, that offensive line is dog shit. I was just like I was and I just started like laughing hysterically. And I looked at Kelsey and he turned around. And he's just like, mother, dude, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, And then I went back over. I was like, hey, man, I'm just kidding. And I was like, yeah. He's like,
fair weather fan. The Eagles haven't had a shitty line in forever. It's like their number one.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
fair weather.
This
was also like 2014, maybe 13.
Maybe 13, yeah.
2013. So it was a while ago. But either way, but you're right. I mean, they weren't bad. He was just that. It was like, that guy.
No crap.
Yeah. No, but Kelsey, legit, I was like, I think he might punch me in the face. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I survived, and dude, he's a good tipper, and yeah, he's the man. Jason Kelsey's the legit legend.
Yeah, we used to see Kelsey, Barkley, and Gary Maddox.
Yeah.
They're all frequenters of our
Mo Cheeks would come in sometimes too. Yeah, he was cool. But yeah, no, man, it was cool. So nice, real good stuff. Let's keep it moving then. Lasmeeshma, what do you got for sports and speds?
Well, they say when you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Amen.
So there was another big crash at the Tour de France because another moron did something stupid and knocked a bunch of riders down. A spectator was taking a selfie. They caused a crash of about 20 riders on stage 15. So Sepp Kuss had his handlebars knocked out because the fans sitting there taking a selfie like in there, but they're holding their phone out like into where the bikes all ride by and everything.
Oh, my word.
So she hits this dude's handlebars. He falls down. Then Kuss knocks his teammate down. Then his teammate knocks like 15, 20 more people down. And there's a huge pile on. But it just seems like nobody's learned. There was a similar incident in 2021 when a woman was holding a sign. You remember that?
I do.
She got in a bunch of trouble. She had to turn herself into the police and everything because 2 riders had to pull out. 8 people got injured. They didn't really say anybody was injured this time. Yeah, but people got hurt. And these people are so stupid, dude. Like, you're talking about, like, they're riding bikes, but they're, like, the best at riding bikes, dude. So they're going to be flying by you. It doesn't, like, you watch it on TV, it doesn't look like they're moving their legs that fast. They're not moving any fast. But then when you see them, like, go by, dude, they're all flying. So just holding your phone out and hitting it, that's, like, a pretty big collision. And if you watch, like, the footage of it and everything, it's a pretty nasty, like, pile up.
Dude, I mean, have you guys ever been to the bike race in Maniac and seen a crash?
That's what I was about to say.
I was about to say, wild.
Horrific.
The bike race has changed a lot, right? But the early years, so you were still in high school, Matt, 03. I was 19 and just moved into Mania, just out of high school. The first time I hear the bike race, and I thought it was motorcycles, I was like, oh, they race motorcycles in Philly? And the bull was like, no, they're like pedal bicycles. And I was like, sounds gay. And the guy was like, oh, he was a senior at St. Joe's Prep that lived right on the same block. He was like, oh, no. All right, young bull, you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then because back then that's when they just had open houses. People just we had cops playing beer pong with us. This is 03, right? 03, 04. I still, many of times, and all the idiots that I lived with, like Brandon Hill, me, Todd Schatz, a couple other guys, blah, blah, get wasted and would run across the street to like see other people. And when those bikes came down the hill, because we were right on Maniac Avenue, so they're coming down, and you're on the cooking. You know what I mean? There was nothing holding everyone back, and everyone is blacked out drunk back then.
You started.
This is before the bike race got. Nowadays it's so much different. It got way softer. But like in the early 2000s, dog, I was still so confused how no one accidentally stepped in front of one of these guys and got smoked. Because there was plenty of times where a cop would blow the whistle. They got them loud whistles. And I'd look over and he's like telling me, like, get off the road. And I'm like, why are you yelling? The second I step back, it's like, zing, 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 zing. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, dude. My bad.
Especially when they come around the corner and they are cooking.
Cooking.
Go ahead, Liam.
I imagine that's why it got softer, though. At some point, somebody had to have got just dusted or like a very, very, very close call.
Lawlessness.
You know what I mean?
Also, there's cars. People don't realize there's cars with backup bikes on it and like
and
repair
tires,
and stuff. Yeah.
Tools.
It's like a traveling pit crew. Yeah.
And they're whipping.
Dude, it is
I think
madness. The Manion turns into an island during the bike race. Go ahead, Bern.
they made the killer was it was like maybe 2009 or 2010. It bumped to every other year, and that kind of sucked the tradition out of it a little bit.
I agree.
Like, I forget the reason why, but at some point it was they decided to do it every other year.
Maybe because that town turned into a lawless nation, Bern. It was insanity.
I was living there.
I ride the wall.
Yeah, I lived there in 04, 05, 06, and then
I was 03,
again
04,
later
05.
on. So
I was 03, 04, 05 in the beginning. Yeah.
It was the best.
Wild.
So crazy.
Cops playing beer pong with us. They were like, "Yeah, let me take a shot." And the PPD sitting there like shooting the. It was awesome. It was.
Dude, everyone was down. Everyone was down to have a good time.
You could just walk into random people's houses and grab a beer. No one yelled at you. It was so awesome.
Bern, didn't you do the midnight run the one year too?
Where they raced the things down?
Was it Leverington?
Yeah.
Leverington.
That's the hill, right?
Yeah,
where the wall. I mean the wall.
You're saying the wall, right?
Yeah, that's Leverington, right?
Lyceum,
maybe.
It might be Levering.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We all know what we're talking about. Anyway,
one of the giant hills.
Yeah.
My buddies who were in probably 05, right after college, they got a house right on on the hill, and so we went down there on the wall, which is so awesome. And but there was a guy who rode. He lit a mattress on fire and rode it down in a shopping cart. Like he stuffed a flaming
down the wall
underneath the shopping cart down the wall. And like I don't know what happened to him. I didn't see him at the
Well, he's not alive anymore.
At a certain point, they go over the hill, and you're like, well, Godspeed, sir. But
wasn't there a fence they took out too?
Yeah, that was the night before, and so it was like amateur hour. It was like everybody would just take stuff and just race it down the wall.
Going down on couches and shit.
Yeah, insanity, man.
Yeah.
Absolute insanity.
My giant issue was I used to call it the giant queer day of the year for anybody that rode a bicycle, because every dipshit that rides a bike to like have fun wore their little outfit and walk their bike through the crowd. It's shoulder to shoulder because everyone's partying. And you have to, I'm sorry, you're in the outfit and you got the $1,000 bike. Why are you walking next to me? Put that thing back in the house and watch the professionals. Oh, because you stink. Take off the outfit, get rid of your bike. There's 5 million people, and I can't get by because you have a bike and some leotard on with your teardrop helmet. He's not even riding the bike. He has the teardrop helmet. I'm like, dog, what is happening?
His shoes are like click clacking as he's walking by. You're like, all right, guy, come on.
Why do they all do that? Everyone has to put on the uniform.
Bike. Oh, we get it. Yeah.
He's got like legit sponsors on it. It says like Home Depot. I'm like, dog, you're not sponsored by Home Depot. Take that shirt off. What does it matter?
What do you think? You're gonna hop the fence and they're just gonna let you in? Yeah, like
just
come
jump in.
bro.
Yo, how did we never think of that? I would have what if I jumped in with like a GT Interceptor BMX bike with the outfit on and just started riding?
Yeah, you got a mongoose villain out there. Yeah.
Here's my red line 340.
I got pegs on the back, mats on the back.
Yeah. I'm sure
donuts,
done
chromies, the whole.
Stop! Stop!
The best.
Screw that girl that got in the way. For the bull, you morons. You just said, not to go past it, not to extend it, but these guys are flying. Like there's real injuries that happen when you get in the way for your selfie. You should be able to kick that person in the teeth for doing that.
It's
agreed.
It's also the most prestigious bike race in the world. So anybody who does that has spent their entire life training to hopefully make it to that race, to hopefully excel and do so. It's literally
to even
and qualify to the top of the mountain. Yeah.
To even qualify for like, there's like an amateur level of the Tour de France.
Yeah.
To even qualify for that, you have to be like the top 200 cyclists in the world.
Right. It's unbelievable. 50 gets to go. Like, and then some lady.
Unreal. The Tour de France.
Did it say? I probably didn't say this, Liam, but I would wonder, did it say what place the people were in that she took out or the guy took out or the person? I wonder if there was like the lead pack, like with the yellow jersey on.
If they were, dude.
So one of the guys that got knocked down actually won the Tour in 2019. So he was a real contender.
Yeah, legit.
It just, it's just
probably wasn't at the back of the pack.
No, was definitely not the back of the.
I just couldn't imagine like the rage you would feel Like they train all year round.
Their whole life.
Yeah, you get knocked down, you're getting up, and you just look up and like some dopey broad is like, oops. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, dude.
Also, do you know how expensive that bike probably legit is more than their car? Oh, way more than that.
20 grand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The frame's 15 grand before you even touch anything to it.
Oh, dude.
So bad.
Like those things are so dude, like $30,000 for some of those things. Like they're nuts.
And it's not like you can bail on it because like your feet are strapped in.
Yeah.
Like there's no bailing.
Yeah.
Like you just
and you're shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere to go. You're unless you're way in the lead, you're usually rubbing elbows with the guys around you, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint, you know?
Yeah.
I don't mean to drag it out a little more, but I would have hoped that one of those cars would have just been like, if I would have saw that, I just would have like clipped their legs a little bit, ran over like maybe thigh high, and the pit crew. I'm like, oh, you took my boy out. Let me run over your legs real quick. How does that go? Your selfie.
Yeah. I would love. Yeah, that person. I mean, they're just the worst. So
do better.
Yeah, we are coming towards the top of time. So before we get out of here, Benoit Pahoud Kassé, what do you got before we get out of here?
Just want to give a quick shout. Saw a couple Valley legends on Monday. Mr. Murph Meyer and Mr. Tim Casey. Murph was in from Portland for his brother's wedding over the weekend, so we all got together on Monday and kept it pretty weird. So it was nice. Second time in the Valley in 2 weeks. Fun for me, and got to see some former Working Perspective All-Stars. So
nice.
Yeah, it's been a fine week so far.
Dude, I'll tell you, I love shout out to Weekly Dose Murph Show. I absolutely love that show. And I love too, like he's got great guests and stuff, but I even hit him up. I told him, I was like, bro, I love when it's just you. And like he's
had a couple of those,
yeah. And just
I need the
it, man.
I need that phone number because I might have a story or two about a drug
MK
experience.
Ultra or something.
Yeah. I need you guys to send me that because I got a couple that I want to anonymously send a experience. Allegedly.
Yeah. No. Awesome. Nice. All right. Very good. Strong Sam, what do you got before we get out of here?
Well, since we're talking about former guests of the show and friends of the show, shout out my big homie Omar, Big O at Crush Crew Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
I went down there, finally got to see his school. Finally got to see his school down there on Bethlehem, down at I guess it's Flower Town. But I got to go down there, and Omar was there, which was fantastic. And Uncle Greg. I haven't seen Uncle Greg in forever. So I got to roll with Uncle Greg and Big O and a couple of the guys in there. And obviously there's a crossover with the wrestling. One of the guys that's in his school, I one-on-one train a lot with, and shout out Big O, man. He's got a real good thing going down there. Dude. Anybody in that Flower Town, Ambler area, if you want to go to a school where there's some, it's a good jiu-jitsu school, and you want to learn from one of the best, go down there and see Crush Crew Jiu-Jitsu. That's my man, Big O. Shout out.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome. I'm so happy for him and so proud of him, and he's just doing such a great job, man.
Did I make the cardinal mistake, which I already knew not to do because I've known Omar since, I don't know, 2004. Right when I walked in, he said, "What's up, Steve? How you doing?" I said, "What's up, play? What the F is going on?" He almost stared a hole through me because there's one rule. He's a God-loving man. There's no cursing in that gym.
He don't play that game.
No. He was like, "Hey, Steve, there's one rule in here. Do not curse." I was like, "Oh my God, I am in trouble."
Plus, he was on PC.
Yeah. And just so you know, Omar, we call him Big O because he's 6'2", 350 pounds, black belt in jiu-jitsu, can do a full split, and will absolutely mangle you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, let's keep it moving then. Lasmeeshma, what do you got?
Since we're shouting out, I want to shout out all the people that listen, that interact, all the people that watched and liked that with Bern did the Mike Lindell. I got a lot of good responses on that. Everything.
Yeah, that was. What do you mean when Bern?
Much appreciated.
You mean when Bern got him on?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When Bern got Mike Lindell on. Yeah.
Talking about Liam.
Yeah, it was great. It was great for Mike to hop on the show. That was awesome. Yeah.
Especially with all his troubles.
Yeah. He always made time for his good pal Bern. That's awesome.
Stand up, like I said,
good for you, Bern.
Long time. Me and him go way back.
Yeah. Well, speaking of going way back with Mike Lindell, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Yeah, also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See you. All right, everybody listening, we are about to record another episode of Let's Get Retorted. So check us out. The Let's Get Retorted episode will be available on our YouTube channel. It has been nothing but killer fun. I mean, an emotional roller coaster. This Let's Get Retorted has been.
I cried last week.
Oh,
I cried
incredible.
last week. So
yeah. So shout out, fan of the show, listen to the show, check it out. It'll be available now on our YouTube channel. But yeah, we're leaving, so we're gonna record it. All right, thanks, bye.